It's funny. It's well, today is July 14th. It's 3:40 in the morning. I just finished reading Laws of Human Nature. I read about well total I read 6 chapters. It took me sorry, 5 chapters. It took me 6 to 7 hours roughly. And I did cold calls today after I think 2 weeks or something like that. I did July 1st and 2nd, and now I did 14, whatever that time gap is. What the fuck was that? Whatever that time gap was from 3rd to 14 or 13. Yeah, 10 days. There you go. 10 days. 10 days I didn't do cold calls. And I just made a video about flow state, being in flow. What the fuck is that, bro? It's like something's popping up on my screen. Anyways, I just made a video about flow, like being in flow state where okay, that is not creeping me out. What the fuck is that? Okay, I'm gonna see if I could. Anyways, I just made a video about flow, being in flow state. How like how you just want to constantly remind yourself of the pain and the person you want to be and what you're trying to achieve using pain to take so much action where the goal just happens. It's inevitable to happen. And obviously rewinding to this morning, I did cold calls. And when I first started, right, I'm like, let's get to it. I want to do this cold call. I did it, and like I had a new script, so I was somewhat motivated to try my new script. I thought it was gonna be good. That shit was ass. Yeah, long story short, shit was ass. And I I was doing cold calls. Like, so the funny thing is, like, even though I was motivated to do cold calls, I still had like even I had my AirPod in, my phone here, and like the numbers on my monitor. Still had like this initial flinch. You know how like when you take a shower, turn on the shower head, and like even if you put like scorching hot water, the initial water that comes out is cold, and you feel that like flinch when the cold water hits you, like you flinch. That's what I felt initially when I was about to type in the first digits. I felt that initial flinch, but I still obviously moved past it to 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 keep on dialing. And I did well, I did 30 dials. 25 were legit, 5 were bad numbers, and I did a script regarding trying to use AI. Then it didn't go so well. And then I got demotivated. I got so demotivated and like, dude, fuck this. I don't want to do it anymore. It took me 30. I did 30,000 an hour. I just got demotivated. Like I don't want to do this no more. So I looked up. I was watching videos on for like three-ish hours from like 12 to, no, no, some, yeah, 12 to, yeah, to like 12 to 3, something like that. I was watching videos about just cold calling different scripts. Saw Jeremy Miner's script. I was thinking about copying it, but then I just thought to myself, bro, you only did 30 cold calls. Like 10, 15 people picked up, and like you talked to like 13 people or something like that, whatever the case may be. I've only talked to 13 people, so I only said the script like 10 plus times. That's not enough sample size. I just got too emotional. That's something I need to work on. Is definitely taking out my emotions and just doing the work. I don't have time to be emotional. They're saying I got used to like they're not rejecting me. They're rejecting the script, and I really thought the script was good. So that's why I was demoralized because I thought the script was like pretty good. I thought I can get a meeting. I was actually gonna go for 100 dials, and I thought I was gonna get like at least a couple of meetings, like at least like three, four, 5 meetings. I genuinely thought so, but I digress. I guess my script is ass. Yeah, so my script was ass. I'm still gonna use the same script for at least the rest of the week. And I was thinking that like, okay, script is ass or what doesn't matter. I need to just get my 100 hours in. as soon as possible. I need to get my 100 hours in. Like on the whiteboard back there, I wrote by the end of this week I'm gonna get 20 hours. At least doing 2 to 3 hours per day. It's 100 dials, 2 to 3 hours a day. I should hit 20 hours by the end of this week. For the next couple of weeks, till I hit 100 hours, and then once I hit 100 hours, I'll be like decent. I'll be decent. I have the right tonality. I won't flinch as much. I have something to say when they give objections. So that's the thing. I won't. I just need to keep going. I need to get through this. The 100. I just need to get through the 100 hours. And the good thing is, when I get through those 100 hours, it's gonna become a habit, anyways. I'm gonna know what to say. I'm gonna have an idea what to say. I have an idea for objections. It's gonna become a habit, so it's easier to do the dials. Just rip through dials. I could increase the volume, go to 200-300 a day at that point. So like I'm just like overthinking it, getting too emotional. I need to take my emotions out of it and just start dialing. So that's the first part of the day. And the second part of reading Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene, and what he said about the shadow, anima and animus, grandiosity, I think is another one. I think, yeah, those three are memorable chapters I read today. And shadow, I knew a little bit of my shadow, of like I want to be someone who's respected. But then after reading his chapter, I went deeper into my shadow, and I don't want to see too much of it, but yeah, I know my shadow. I know more of my shadow than I did before, and now I'm going to incorporate it into my, like, my work, my daily actions. And I realized, so the way Robert Greene said is, you need to find your shadow, you need to find your character traits and be able to put them to work, basically, like as if they were a person. So like my shadow is a part of me. He's a person that's part of me, and I need to put him into work doing specific things. AKA, I'm going to use my shadow traits to my business. Incorporate my shadow specifically for the business. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want to say too much. But I also have another side of me, a side of me that is more poetic, romantic, I guess you could say. Um, like this part of me, I don't know like the right adjectives or words to describe it, but this part of me is definitely the person who likes storytelling, telling stories, poems, this sort of like romantic, flowery language, explaining stuff, or explaining like show not tell, basically. So that's one another part. Another part of me is like the very childlike energy I have is like very childlike. Just like sometimes it's just stupid. Sometimes it's just random bursts of energy. I just want to like jump on shit. Be like a little kid. And that's like another part of me. And the way to channel that is like hang around kids more often. I have two little sisters. Hang around with them more often when I get this energy. I actually do that sometimes. But honestly, no, the biggest thing is like I want to go to like I want to start taking care of orphanages. I want to create I don't know obviously the logistics behind it, but like I want my own orphanage fund, whatever that means. Whether it's in like I want it in my own name. I want it in my own name because the thing is I want to give orphans the life that they never had, because they didn't deserve being put there. Whatever all the problems, that they don't deserve it. I want to take care of orphans, and like the second thing is I want to put them through schooling, and like for me I wouldn't say reform the education system, but definitely create my own private education for sure. And I want to become like the best in the private education space, where I become better than like competing with Ivy League schools like Harvard, stuff like that. That is like my end dream, is become like the number one in education, become the number one teacher. That's also like part of my shadow, because I want to be the best of the best of like I want to be the teacher that leads the next generation. That's I want to say it's part of my shadow. But like that's my end goal, is become like the master of masters. that's a Kingdom Hearts reference, or there's a manga reference is the Master of 100 Masters, or something like that, where like obviously the King Master and his 100 students all became masters or kings and queens of their own like respective areas. They became the best of the best at their own respective skill, and the master of the master, like the top guy, he taught all of those 100 people, or the master of masters in Kingdom Hearts, where he had 40 disciples, and 4 disciples spread out. Like I want to be like that. I want my legacy to be like that. I would like that's what I want, and obviously, in order to do that, I need to work on myself first. I need to become not that knowledgeable, but I need to be able to give the tools to kids that they need to be able to help them achieve anything they want. That's the number one thing. And I don't know if I should do that with other kids. Should I do it with my own kids first? I think maybe I should do it with my own kids first. But yeah, like the first phase is like at least within the next 10 years is gain wealth, build a solid foundation of wealth. And obviously the first step of phase 1 is building an agency, right? So I want to get to at least 7, 8 figures agency. I don't know if I think I'm literally gonna copy what Charlie Morgan's doing. He had an agency, build that to 7 figures, uh, change into like the consulting space, helping other young, not young, but like other people that want to start their own agency or their own business online, help them out. And I'm basically like copying Charlie's footsteps. But then after I get to that, because at that point I'm gonna build like again, teaching you the foundations and such, giving you the tools and everything to be able to get past any like endeavor in life. And I want to take that and make it more, I don't know, corporate, but like public, right? Like again, I want my own private education system. That's the thing. Like it, so yeah. Build a foundation of my agency, one with money, getting proof that I can actually do this shit, and then helping other people do the same exact shit, using it as the basis of knowledge, and then go teaching it to orphans and stuff. Be like, hey, I'm gonna fund this. I'm gonna do this, and I want to teach them. I want to build my own curriculum, and they learn through my system. And within like 5 to 10 years, they go out to the real world and they just kill it. They just fucking kill it. My students are killing this shit. That's the plan, bro. That's the plan for like the next 25 years, or like 20 years, 15 to 20 years, something like that. But obviously, that's like that's phase one and two. That's phase 1 and 2. Phase 3 is like when we take what I take from like one orphanages, scale it out to different ones, like multiple orphanages, and then create my own like okay. Obviously, I want to help orphans. Another thing the reason why I thought about it like this is because like Japanese anime and manga and stuff, where they show like the one school like Classroom in the Elite, for example, they have one like high school, it houses and boards all the students, and they go through a specific curriculum for that is tailored to that school specifically because it's a private school. And I'm thinking, wait, why can't I do that? I could do that. I could get kids from all around the world, parents who could pay, and plus I can house orphans and teach them and become the best. Because I don't want to say they can, but like most of them are willing to do a lot to have a better life. That's the thing. And plus, they don't deserve that pain. They don't deserve that pain at all. So I definitely want to do that for sure. That's like the end goal of my life is to do that. I just became so out of. I wanted to talk about something else. I talk about my end goal, but yeah, I guess that's it for the day. There's nothing really else come to mind. I mean, there's other stuff, but I don't want to get too much into it. I wrote it down in my journal. I'm just gonna leave it there for that. Peace.